Am I the a-hole for not giving up my window seat on a plane to a kid? So I was on a domestic flight and I had specifically booked a window seat because I love looking out at the view. It's one of the few things I actually enjoy about flying.
Ooh, and I got a window seat.
I still don't see why you get the window seat.
After I settled into my seat, a family boarded, a dad, a mom, and their little girl who looked about 6 years old. The dad had an aisle seat, the mom was in the middle, and the kid was supposed to sit in the other aisle seat. Everything seemed fine until the girl realized she wasn't sitting by the window. She immediately started complaining, "I want the window! I want the window!" Her parents tried to calm her down, but she quickly escalated into a full-blown tantrum, crying and yelling about how she wanted my seat.
I want it now!
Shut up!
Shut up!
At this point, the dad leaned over and asked, "Would you mind switching seats with her? She's just a kid." I politely explained that I had booked the window seat in advance because I really wanted to enjoy the view. Dad insisted, saying it would be, quote, nice of me and that it wouldn't hurt to switch.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
I reiterated that I understood his frustration, but didn't think his daughter's tantrum was a valid reason for me to give up a seat I specifically reserved. He sighed and tried to push further, but I stood my ground.
Back off!
The girl cried about 10 more minutes before her mom managed to calm her down with a tablet. However, the tension lingered throughout the flight. I could feel the parents throwing me judgmental looks, and when we landed, I overheard the mom muttering something like, "Some people just have no heart."
Some people.
You heartless bastard.
This made me wonder if I had been too rigid. I know kids can be a handful, but I also feel like giving in would have taught her that throwing a tantrum gets her what she wants. Still, I couldn't shake off the guilt. So, am I the a-hole?
Nope. You know why? Because many times the window and aisle seat, when you're booking your flight, especially if you're booking it a little closer to departure time, like you're a few days out or a week out, by then those seats are more expensive. You're paying an extra 50 or 60 bucks sometimes just to go, if you're in the main cabin, just to go from a middle seat to a window or aisle. Are you going to cough up the $56 I just paid for this window? By the way, I choose this window so I don't have to get up every time you or your kid needs to use the restroom. You have no reason to tap me over here unless you're asking me to raise the shade so your kid can look out the window. I got you on that one. But am I giving up my window seat while I'm plastered against the window taking my nap? No.
Number one, you planned ahead. You got the seat you wanted. You likely paid extra for that seat. And it is absolutely not your responsibility to be nice or anything else like that. That is your money. That is your seat. And they did not plan ahead.
Yes, preach!
Preach, queen!
2, you don't give in to a tantrum. I'm the guy who has no kids. Don't give in to a tantrum because it's going to continue for the rest of the kid's life. You're not doing that kid any favors by giving in.
I love the kids. Now, if you're traveling alone, the kid is crying, you need me to help you. I love babies. I would hold the baby and let you get situated. I'm all for that, but I'm not giving up my window seat, not for a middle seat and not for an aisle. I don't like aisle seats. I hate them. Last time I sat in the aisle seat, a man sat on my lap and woke me up with a man on my lap.
Will you kindly get off my lap?
Grown man, sleepwalking, sitting on me. I don't like aisle seats.
Was he really sleepwalking, or was it just he
So then
fell?
he got up and face planted. They had to call emergency. Like 4 doctors had to run to the back of the plane to come get this man. I don't know what happened to him, but all I know is I was awakened to a grown man, to the weight of someone on my lap, and I woke up screaming, "Get off me!" And the man across the aisle was like, "Get off her, sir! Get off her!" And the whole plane woke up because I take red eyes, and he got up and started walking back toward the restroom and just face planted. I think he lived.
Oh.
I don't know what happened to him. But back to this. The lesson is that the kid cannot just have a window because your kid's having a tantrum. You don't make the person feel bad because you don't know what that person went through to get the window seat. Maybe they're afraid of flying. Maybe they're only comfortable in the window seat.
It just takes such audacity to even ask and then to be mad because they don't give up a seat that they planned ahead on and paid extra for. You pay extra for everything on plane. So when you book the seat, You take your seat, sit down, and let's get out of here.
The only time I'm giving my seat is if the airline says, hey, we had to move you up. We needed to put this family together. We bumped you up to first class. Oh, that's fine. Or we bumped you up to business class. Girl, what seat am I in?
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I'll sit in the aisle then. I'm there.
Yeah, that has happened to me 0 times.